Buginyanya Zonal Agricultural Research and Development Institute, Zardi, is a semi-autonomous public agricultural research institute under the policy guidance of the National Agricultural Research Organization. Zardi was operationalized on the 1st of July 2008 in compliance with the Naro Act 2005. The institute is composed of Buginyanya as the main station, located in Masira sub-county, Bulegeni in Kamu sub-county, Bulambuli district, and Ikulwe in Mayuge Town Council, Mayuge district.
So as you see here, these first 4 rows are actually three-way cross hybrids. They are our candidate varieties, and we hope that by next year we should be able to submit them for release. Then at the extreme there we have our single crosses. So this will be the first of their kind, bred by a Ugandan, in Uganda and grown in Uganda.
Our vision, a client's responsive center that generates and disseminates sustainable agricultural technologies in Uganda's southeastern agroecological zone.
At least the owner of the maize here, it can give us a day cows more.
Our mission is to generate, develop and promote appropriate agricultural technologies and knowledge for improving the livelihoods of people in UCS.
So our target is that much as what we are going to release will be a highland crop, it should not be very late maturing, but at the same time it will be high yielding. So at the moment we've done the participatory variety selection exercises with the farmers. We did this in areas like Kabale, specifically in Kalenjere. We did this activity also in Buko district. We also did it in Bulambuli, specifically in Buginyanya. So the farmers told us the kind of maize varieties they want. Actually, they helped us even to reduce varieties from around 124 to around 5. So now we have 5 varieties which the farmers have selected. We are continuing to evaluate them in the national performance trials, and I'm sure by the end of next year we shall have released a variety, at least 1 or 2 varieties which can perform well in the highland areas of Uganda.
Our goal is to contribute to increase sustainable agricultural productivity for enhanced income and food security in UCS.
You just put the seed up to so the last is you can still remove it.
Zardi spearheads agricultural research and development work in Uganda's southeastern agroecological zone that administratively comprises of Buko, Queen, Kapchorwa, Bulambuli, Sironko, Mbale, Bududa, Manafua, Budaka, Chibuku, Palisa, Tororo, Busia, Butaleja, Iganga, Bujiri, Namtumba, Mayuge, Jinja, Kamuli, Lukabuyende, Namayingo, and Kaliro districts. Given that an agroecological zone's definition relies on aspects such as land, climate, soil, topography, crop suitability, and crop productivity, Zardi has been conveniently subzoned into the highlands, mid-altitude and lowland.
Of course, we find that this is the trial site. Our plots are doing well than the neighboring gardens. And just imagine their gardens were planted earlier, but they have standard growth. The spacing is bad. See if they have not adopted the same method which we used in the trial site.
Participatory breeding of maize hybrids in the highland areas of Uganda. A decline of maize grain yield has been registered among the peasant communities, with yields hardly exceeding 2 hectares. This is because no hybrid cultivars have been bred specifically for the highland areas of Uganda, yet the highlands represent a very favorable maize growing environment. As a result, the highland areas of Uganda are increasingly dependent on imported maize seed from Kenya. The seed enters Uganda through both official and unofficial channels with minimal quality control. The Ugandan farmers are unfamiliar with the new varieties from Kenya, and seed is often mishandled, some of it of poor quality.
Areas of Uganda are facing a challenge of maize production, to the extent that yields hardly exceed 2 tons per hectare. This is basically because most of the varieties which have been bred target the low altitude areas and the mid altitude areas. This leaves the farmer with only the option of getting seed from other places. In fact, majority of them go to Kenya to pick seed, which seed we don't recommend, simply because some of that seed has not been tested for adaptability in Uganda. Secondly, the methods they use to get that seed are not proper. And as a result, we've had such challenges of diseases like the maize necrosis, simply because farmers go ahead and get this seed which has not yet been evaluated.
The major affected areas are the higher altitude areas of Kigezi and Kasese Rwenzori, the Western Nile Plateau, and the Mount Elgon.
twashange bindi bishishikaye mu kakase tubihanamba ya kaca twashanga bishishikaye mu nonga tubihanamba ya katanu kandi abujye wakushanga jyana ubiri harimo bugufu bwigatiye hamwe n'ibiranga bitine ngero bitaye mugeze
kandi tinarebere bigirime kandi hatwe hariho muyaga.
The major objective of the Buginyanya Highland maize breeding project is to develop hybrids adapted to the highland areas and with medium maturity periods.
The Highland maize breeding program in Buginyanya Zardi is trying as much as possible to develop varieties which are adapted to the highland areas of Uganda, such that once these varieties are released, farmers can be able to grow Highland maize hybrids which are bred in the region and therefore very adapted and high yielding. Most of them you can see they are double cobas, some are even threatened to be 3 cobas, which means you cannot doubt the yield. It will be much more than even the usual 9.0 times 5.
To address the problem, 82 parental lines were sourced from Simiat, Kenya Agricultural and Livestock Research Organization, in the year 2013. Lines sourced were mainly characterized by resistance to maize lethal necrosis and adaptability to the highland conditions. These were further screened for the desired traits, and the best lines crossed to eventually obtain 122 three-ways cross hybrids. The 122 hybrids were evaluated in advanced yield trials in Kabale, Bukwo, Ulambuli, Fort Portal, and Queen districts.
We evaluate it with the farmers, be able to identify those inbred lines which are performing well and they are adapted, meaning that they are resistant to most of the biotic and abiotic stresses in the country. Then we go ahead and do the crossings in our nurseries to get the single cross hybrids, which we eventually cross with the males to get the 3-way cross hybrids. We then get at every stage, even at the single hybrid stage, we make sure that these hybrids are evaluated in the farmers' fields in the highland areas. So together with the farmers, we select those hybrids which are performing well, such that from a population of, let me say, 200 genotypes, we can select maybe 10% of the best performing, which we eventually cross with our good males to get the 3-way cross hybrids.
Out of 122 hybrids evaluated, 53 hybrids registered grain yield above that of the best. 5 hybrids have already been submitted to the National Performance Trial, given their excellent overall rank based on characteristics such as low anthesis-silking interval, low turcicum leaf blight, no maize lethal necrosis, high number of ears per plant, and they're being preferred by the stakeholders during the participatory variety selection exercise.